everyone, welcome to Easy English. Speak English powerfully, easily, naturally, and effectively. Learn through phrase. Learn through phrase and try to avoid just remember individual words. Why? Why you have to focus on the phrases rather the individual words? Lots of students, lots of people, what they do, they just normally try to find so many individual words from a vocabulary list and they just try to memorize those individual words. They sometimes find those words and corresponding meaning from the dictionary and they just try to read out those meanings from the dictionary. So in this way, they may know about the meaning of those words, but they really don't know where to use those words and how to use those words in a sentence. While they're speaking, they sometimes use those words that they'll read out from grammar books or from a vocabulary list or from anywhere. It may be from internet. But they use those words in a wrong situation and wrong kind of phrases. That's obviously look terrible. Because whenever we speak with someone, if you use some kinds of words which are not natural, it will be definitely identified by that another person who is speaking to you. That other person will definitely understand that you are translating the words in your mind. You are translating the sentence in your own mother language and then you are trying to speak. That's very much obvious because whenever you are trying to translating in your head the words, the phrases, rather the whole sentence, it will hear a little sound strange. It doesn't sound correct and natural because in naturally normal conversation there are some common phrases, common words to speak. So that's why you have to know those words and phrases. If you are going to find out new individual words in each and every day and try to read out those words and memorize, day 1 memorize some words, day 2 memorize some words, day 3 memorize some words, and in this way you may do the same thing for a few weeks. But what happened a few weeks later? Well, you forget most of those words, right? That's a natural process because whenever you are trying to memorize those individual words, instead of knowing how to use them, you will definitely forget them. So what you want to do is to focus on the phrase, not those individual words. You can find so many words on the internet, in grammar books, or from any kind of source. But if you are trying to remember them, then you are doing something wrong. Your approach is not correct. This is not an effective way to improve your English speaking. Alright. So instead of memorizing those individual words, you have to follow the phrase, the important phrase. There are some common phrases that are widely used during speaking. Especially when you are in a business meeting or you are speaking with someone in a serious matter. So in that cases, your phrases must be correct. Your phrases must be natural. Now what is phrase? Phrase is simply a group of words that naturally goes together. Phrase is a group of words that naturally goes together. So for example, the word treatment, you know the meaning of treatment. Suppose you don't know the meaning of this word. Now don't just write down this simple word treatment and write down the meaning and search in the internet what's the meaning of the word treatment and then try to make individual sentence and use them in a wrong kinds of situations and wrong kind of phrases. No, not at all. Instead of this, what you can do is to try to find out the phrase that are actually generally used for a particular sentence. For example, you can use this sentence. He is under treatment for malaria. He is under treatment for malaria. That's a whole sentence. So, under treatment, that's a full phrase. So, whenever you are trying to remember the word treatment, the word under that naturally goes together with the word treatment as a common whole phrase, it will be automatically stuck your brain. You will automatically able to remember this thing. Whenever in somewhere, in any kinds of situations, you have to use the word treatment, the word under naturally will come in your mind. Automatically, naturally, easily. So that's how you have to learn the phrases. And that's why you focus on these things. Because in normal conversations, if you are focusing too much on the individual words, it's also a bit confusing for you. And if this happening day to day with you, so you will lose your motivation. You will not be able to do this for many times. Because after a few weeks, you will forget all those words what you have memorized from a vocabulary list. And then again you try to repeat and repeat again. And in this way, you will confuse that why you are not improving. So that's why instead of focusing individual words, you must focus on the phrase. For excellent speaking, that's a great way. Alright, so that's the first technique to improve your English. So what you can do, you just find out some phrases each and every day. Try to practice these things each and every day. Just find out few phrases day by day and write down in your notebooks, and then write down an example and sentence that keeps that words, that phrases inside that sentence, and try to follow those sentence. Don't just try to remember it. You just try to use as much as you can during speaking. Find out some commonly used phrases in normal conversation. You can search it in Google and anywhere else. Okay, so find out those kinds of phrases and try to use this in your conversation. It will definitely help you. It will look you smarter and perfect speaker. Because phrase is a common thing. Because in case of speak with a native English speaker or in normal conversations, they use some kinds of specific phrase, some slangs, some words. So you have to learn those things. Because whenever you are going through some individual words, maybe the word is very much difficult. So in that case, that other person will not be able to understand what you are saying. And if it's not clear that what you want to say or what you are express, your inner view, what you are saying, if it's not understandable, so the conversation will not be long. They will not get interest to speak with you. And in this way, you will lose your confidence. Alright, so for excellent speaking, you must follow this rule. Keep it that mind that never ever study individual words. Always learn with phrases. That's my message to you. Alright. So try to find out new different phrases, very common phrases on each and every day. Note down in your notebooks and try to remember them. Use them in a sentence as much as you can in real conversation. And don't just try to follow those individual, confusing, tough words. It will confuse you. It will lose your energy, lose your enthusiasm. So just try to skip these things. It's not necessary to become a perfect speaker. So follow on phrases. Try to find out the examples, the sentences that the phrase contains. And in this way, it will definitely improve. Alright. If you have any questions, you can ask me on my Instagram account. I am giving my Instagram link in the description below. Alright, that's all for today. Stay home, stay safe. I am Chayan from Easy English. See you next time.